best Pixel ever, and it's because Google and Samsung had decided to be friends instead of frenemies like they have been for the last couple of years. With the Google hardware event only a few weeks away, thanks to Google moving up their timetable, we will undoubtedly see the unveiling of the Pixel 9 series of phones. And I'm excited. However, I've already decided no matter what they show, I'm going to skip the Pixel 9. Now, I've been an admirer of the Pixel line of phones really from the beginning. But it wasn't until the 8 series of phones that I was able to get my hands on one. And it went from the 3A XL to the 3. And then shortly after that, the Pixel 6. And I was all on board when Google decided to put within the Pixel 6 their own silicon Tensor. Now, even though that it was a first gen chip and it had issues with 5G and heat, in fact, all of the Pixel phones has some sort of problem with overheating, it was still a good phone. And that goes even for the Pixel 8 Pro, which is what I'm rocking right now. And I like my Pixel 8. It has some issues with heating, especially when I use Android Audio. But overall, the camera's good, the software is great. The Tensor G3 that's in this is pretty stable. I don't have really any issues with the chip. It's not the greatest, but it gets the job done. It's very capable. And there is no doubt that the Pixel 9 series of phones will even improve on maybe design and the processing power. Overall is going to be a step up above what I have here in my hand. But the reason I'm skipping the 9 this year is because it's the Pixel 10 that I have my eyes on, which is strange because I don't really know a lot about the Pixel 10. I don't know if there's any leaks or renders of that phone floating around. I really only know one thing about it, and one thing only: Tensor G5. Now, I've been hearing about Tensor 5 even before Tensor 3 was launched. And what has me excited and kind of hopeful about that series of chips is who's making it. And that's TSMC. Now, so far, all of Google Tensor's chips have been made by Samsung, and the Tensor chip has just been a slight variation of Samsung's own Exynos series of chips, which has improved year over year, but still doesn't compete as well against, say, Snapdragon. Now, why does it matter that TSMC is the one that's going to be making these chips? Well, you're familiar with Apple's line of chips. Those are made exclusively by TSMC. They power the iPhone, the iPads, and the Macs. And while it'll be years if Google ever decides to put their own Tensor chip inside their very own Google Pixelbook, one can hope. If TSMC is going to be making the chips, that becomes a real possibility all of a sudden. Now, the drawback of waiting for this chip to come out is, since it is going to be a new manufacturer, it is in essence going to be a first generation chip, which means that it could have bugs in it. It can have a lot of growing pains that a lot of first gen technology is susceptible to. I just happen to be willing to take that chance. Hey, I'm always on the betas. I like the latest and greatest for the most part, although it's not a good idea to always go year after year after year of phone upgrades. Although if financially I was capable of doing it, I'd probably do it myself. But you're just not going to see a lot of change year after year. So, which is why I typically upgrade every other year, which is very convenient because even when I was getting the Pixel 8, I was looking forward to this Pixel 10. But there is absolutely no guarantee that the G5 would be monumentally better than what then would be 4th generation of Tensor chips that came prior to it. It could be a big mistake. Who knows? But those are my views before the Google event. I'll be watching. Hope you will too. And for now, I'm going to enjoy what I got. I hope you do the same. God bless. Take care.